What's up? What's up? How are we doing today? Yeah. I bet that pisses people off when I put when we live instead of when we're live. Boom, boom. What's going on, everybody? Come on in, say what's up. Tell me why you're here on a Friday night instead of partying with your friends. Thanks, Dorklarg, for the retweet. What is up? What is up? What is up? What is up? So, markets have been kind of boring. A lot of sideways. A lot of panic. So we're just going to look at that. Bitcoin, to me, looks good. Ever since we reclaimed this level at around 10k as support, I'm definitely leaning bullish on this for the time being. Hey, Messiah! Mr. Messiah. Dude, you want to laugh? You want to fucking laugh? I opened the wrong XBT chart and I found the trend lines that I discovered on your channel when you drew them like this. And dude, they're still fucking working. Like almost perfectly with this retest. Like beautiful, beautiful stuff. The power of trend lines, my friends. What's up, Mount Doji? Yo, Messiah, if you're not up to anything, do you want to come on for a couple of minutes? I don't know, man. Well, I got them on your channel, so either you got them from someone else who's a genius or you're a genius. What's up, Dead Rabbits? Some tequila. Very nice. I see you're migrating away from the whiskey waters, I assume. Yeah. So, what's everyone up to this fine evening after this? It's degenerate. Alright. You're also very humble. Very, very humble. So yeah, I labeled this shit right here for you guys. So for me, anything above 11k is, good to go. The level we're in now is good. The 9.8 to 10.1 level, I don't know, it's in the middle. I'm not comfortable with it. And then beneath that it's bearish. And then if we were to break the 9.1, 9.2, 9.3k lows that we had here, then we're probably going to see a significant retracement. I don't know if we'd see like a flash crash or something. I guess it would depend on why it was dumping. I mean, let's say fundamentally some news came out that was pretty bad, then I could see the market taking that type of dump. It might be a slow bleed if it is one. It'll be interesting. It's always fun never to know what's gonna happen. What's up, Dorklard? You don't drink whiskey at a Mexican restaurant, yeah. Yeah, I'm into the lo-fi stuff. One day I might hit the trap music. Beck's Beer here playing guitar. Nice one, Dorklard. Dude. Fuck, I used to play electric and acoustic. Like, I picked it up for 2 years after I played viola, so it was like a big violin for a good like 7 years. I was pretty decent. Then I changed schools, picked up the guitar, but it was never the same. And then like it's kind of collecting dust, and I feel bad, I feel bad about it. So I don't know. Maybe one day. Drinking water like a nerd. What's up, Exit Scum? How you doing? How are you doing? Ice cream, yo, what kind? Yo, if you guys had to eat one ice cream right now, which one would it be? What's your favorite? My girl's coming after this stream, so I might just, do a quick run to the store. All right, let's get through a couple coins while we're at it. I'm gonna make this stream roughly an hour long. I have to go on a small trip tomorrow, so I'm leaving fucking early in the morning. So I'm, gonna need my beauty sleep. DOS too, nice. Your butthole is my chocolate, nice. Mint chocolate chip, yeah. Hey, making it rain. Link, BTC. You reminded me. You fucking reminded me. I have to tip our winners tonight. One second. Alright, hold up. I gotta go in my DMs quick, you know what I mean? Alright, where were they? Alright, here's one of them. Got one. Got two. And the other two haven't gotten back to me yet. Alright, so let me turn this display back on. Yeah, make it rain. Alright, so 2 out of 4, so this is one dude. Let me, this is a banger right here. That looks scary in that mask, Jesus Christ. Alright. Alright, so how do you is it like this? Tip. What's the command for tipping? I don't want to fuck this up if you guys don't mind. So how do I tip 25 bucks? Tip. And the amount, so it's roughly 62,500. All right. Hey, re. Yeah, I need to get some sound commands in here. And that green screen, fuck, dude. I'm in Canada, so they don't deliver that green screen you recommended where I'm from. So it kind of sucked, you know? Boom, 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 boom. So yeah, rent I'm looking at ultimately for now 340. I think 340 or even I'd say 347. Let's rearrange that a bit. I want to rearrange my target because this is actually a really nice pivot at this level. So I think we'll tag that and then probably bounce for roughly, I don't know, like 34%. I'd probably TP much earlier around 427, but I think we'd see that type of bounce just based off how we reacted last time we broke through this level and retested it. I think it would have that same type of impact here, and then, you know, to be discussed. Yo, Messiah, great call on Link, my friend. Great call on Link. Holy shit, you're making it rain. How many fucking... How many troll coins does Messiah have? Yo, that's crazy. Big balling Messiah. Jeez. Thanks for making it rain, bro. Jesus Christ. You're crazy. Thank you, Messiah. Sweet. So yeah, Chainlink right now. Holy fuck, we already got there? I guess this would be the SNR bearish retest right here. Failed hard. Our level was around 15 and 31 sats. Like, we broke down Link the whole way down, so every time Link breaks a new level, we just, you know, fall back to other horizontals beneath. So I always clean up the chart as I go. So right now, I mean, we took out, quote unquote, the liquidity at this stop here. So I think we should see a bounce at least to the first trouble area around, say, 16.3, probably all the way up to 16.6, and that's a decent like 12%, no, 11%, sorry. And from there, I mean, if we were to reclaim that green level as support, then that'd be something. Do I think it'll happen? I really want to see, like, I guess this may have been a capitulative wick in a sense. Not capitulative, but it's the highest volume wick we've seen this entire run, so perhaps someone absorbed something here, but I don't know, I'm not convinced yet. It's got some work to do. Like, if it were to bounce here, we'd really want to see something like that, and then, you know. But I don't know. We shall see. Bags, look at on the 4-hour Link, it's already bounced, I think. Let's see here. Sorry, there's a lot of lines right now. Yeah, it actually did have a bounce, you're right. But so far, this 4-hour candle that just opened isn't bad at all. I mean, it's not powerful or anything, but I like where it opened. But there was definitely some, there was definitely a war right here, so give it a couple more closes, we'll see. Boop, 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 boom, 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 boom. So many shit. Look at this shit. Fucking poet. It's actually looking alright. So far, bullish retest, so I have a few friends who are playing this right now, and they're having a good time. This would be R1 right here. See what happens. I'd assume we get another wick into it. Do I think this is gonna go on a full-on bull run? No, but I think you can still play the range pretty successfully just for quick scalps. Yeah, he is the real hero. How's RDD looking? Doge? Yeah, alright, RDD. What's up, Porky? How you doing, man? Red coin's looking, well, I mean, let's not go on the weekly, but short term is looking decent. I mean, the volume is still severely lacking. Yeah, that's Bittrex, so it's hard to, it's hard to tell. I don't know where, let's find out. Coin Paprika. Let's figure out where else it's listed. Oh, okay, that's a big market cap. I did not know this. Volume of $28,000. Wow, that's horrid. That is horrid. That could obviously change in a second, right? But yeah, I mean, if you want to play this, I'd have a stop. This can go south really quickly. Alright, let's see if we can find a magic trend line in here. Messiah's about to have a panic attack because I'm probably fucking up these trend lines over here. I think this one's alright. Is this a proper trend line, Messiah, or does it have to fuck? Oh, fuck. Wait, hold up. There you go. That's what I meant to do. There you go. So this is the target, guys. Yes. Yes. All right. But yeah, CCI shows some quote-unquote bullishness. I would target probably, honestly, I wouldn't give it too much. Maybe 19. 19, probably 23 at the top. Maybe a last little sprinkle at 28 and maybe one moon bag. I mean, if you think it's gonna do this again, God bless your heart. It might. I don't know. But make sure it's with money you're comfortable with losing. That's all I'll say. Coin. What the fuck is Coin Trader Pro? I forget the website. There you go. Doge. Ugh, so fuck. Every time I delete my cookies, this becomes so hard to look at. Jesus. Sorry, people, one moment. Our engineering team is working as fast as they can to resolve the situation. Thank you for your patience and understanding. Alright, good enough. Alright, so you guys have seen these lines drawn a million fucking times, right? I don't think I'll have to do it for you guys, but basically this area is your bread and butter, in my humble opinion. Messiah, do you think there's going to be another bull run? Another bullish cycle for Dogecoin? Getting filled on Doge is a royal pain in the ass, at least on Binance or Kraken. I mean, Kraken doesn't have a couple million worth of volume on Doge? How much of a whale are you, Dead Rabbits? Absolutely. Well, you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. I wouldn't be too greedy with it either, and I'm probably wrong for, well, not wrong, but you know, if it goes really fucking well and you sell it too early, and I'm that person you hate forever. But I wouldn't, you know, I'm the type of dude I will gladly take, what is this, 280% something? Sorry, my math is horrendous. 207%. Let's say you catch the bottom, right? Let's say it happens. 394. 476. So like the fact that I believe that the fact that so many people are expecting it to happen again, that it's just an event that it has to happen. Does that make sense at all? I know I probably said that horrendously, but yeah, there will be new cycles, but nothing like we saw in 2017 ever again. Buying 1617 sats. You will see undervalued high caps enter long bull markets. Yeah. Yeah, I got you, Dead Rabbits. Yeah. 17 was fueled by Ethereum Ponzi's. ICOs were investing in other ICOs, creating money out of thin air. Yeah, dude, fucking Icon ICX was the most insane chart I've ever witnessed, seen, you know, I remember this when the whole altcoin market was going down. You had this one lone fucking soldier, this South Korean god. He was just going. Money out of thin air. This was 1168%. For the ICO token holders, that was fucking woo. It's all wild. Thin air, you say? I mean, technically thin air, because it doesn't, like, for example, like, so you have a $10 million cryptocurrency. To bring the market cap from $10 to $20 million, you don't need $10 million. I don't know how much you'd need, but it would be a lot less than that. So technically it is thin air in a way, because the market cap is in no way a good metric to base what something's worth or what it'll take to move something. But yeah, so yeah, Doge. Like personally, I mean, if someone wanted to play this, I'd probably myself, you know, dabble in the next weeks, months. Just based off prior price action, we haven't really stayed very long. 84 days. That's still a decent period. You know, we could definitely see something like this. So, 98 days, what is that? Like 12 weeks? I don't know, 5% a week, 10% a week, something like that. Of your total balance, so like what you want to put in. Hey, what's up, Jahan Khan? How you doing, man? Check Egretia? Yeah, sure, I got you. Egretia. What the fuck? Stairs up, elevator down, huh? Jesus. I mean, we're back at the start. Let's see what the volume looks like. This would probably be a good place for a bounce. Shit. Yeah, I think if I had to put my hand in the fire, let's go on lower time frames here. Okay, I mean on low time frames, this doesn't look bad at all. I mean, it has a lot of work to do, put it that way. How did that happen? Like, what? I mean, I guess that's my question. What happened? How did this happen? Yeah, credibility. Some of these charts are just pure disasters. No. Adam and CHZ. Yeah, sure, I got you. Oh, this one is fucking disaster as well. I don't know. I'd expect the lows to get tapped at least. You could wait for price to reclaim the 70 sats area. Is that 70 sats? 7 sats? I don't know. This is a Binance shitcoin, so I mean, I guess it depends where else it's listed as well. If you didn't sell there, you need to learn how to fucking trade. Yeah, that. Or at least take profit, you know. It's really hard to nail the top. But, you know, there's another asset. Well, I call it an asset. Not really. But, what's the name? What's the name? MBN, I think. Look at this shit. Oh no, it's not this one actually. Hold up. One second. This thing did 5,000, 4,900% in BTC. Morph. Hey, all right. That's insane, and this is in a week and a half. Random OKX coin, you know? Whoever was in the know is really happy right there. Hey guys, am I lagging for you or? Yeah, it is equal to Grisha. Let's check quick. Wow, Grisha was even crazier. Excuse me. But yeah, man, this is gonna take a while. I mean, look how long it took. Look how long it took. 2/3 of a year. Excuse me. Alright, let's get back to this. Excuse me. 4K Darth Maul, yeah. No, I didn't. I don't know, it's strange, because my Streamlabs isn't saying that there are any frames that dropped or anything. Typically, it'll always tell me when there's a connection issue. Is it maybe yours? I mean, I wouldn't dare assume, but does anyone else have some lag issues? If you guys can let me know in chat, I'd appreciate it. Oh yeah, Adam. Yeah, I got you. Actually, let's go on this one. Oh, it's interesting volume right here. Huh. I mean, first obvious resistance would be here. I don't think we'll see a retracement on the, like, I think it's gonna go straight into this and then retrace slightly. Then we'll see if this area can, that's the thing, it's not a really like super solid support of any type. But if we were to retest it, I'd hope for, you know, let's say the 29K level to hold. And then we see. But yeah, I really like the volume on this one. I keep an eye on Adam. Looks good to me. Oh no. no lag. It's cool. Neon did. Are you at home, dude, or are you at your sister's again? EDG Weekly. Is that a stock or edgeless? Who would name their cryptocurrency edgeless? Like without edge. That makes no sense. Wow, I just lost its... it's also borderless, apparently. Yeah, this is not good. I'd get out of this one personally. I mean, maybe set some limit orders up here and hope to catch another one of these if this was a real one. I don't know what the project does or fundamentally, so I mean, if it's the next, you know, shitcoin of the generation, then don't listen to me, obviously. But I mean, first thing I'd want to see is at least a reclaim of this level to start with. More importantly, I'd even say this level 15.2, but you probably bought it around here, so you don't give a fuck about that. But yeah, man, a lot of these altcoins are disastrous. I even feel bad talking about them. Yeah, sure. One second. One second, people. Yeah. Basically. EDG is a gambling token. I mean, by nature, it's a gambling token, I think. Lost its edge. You guys are funny. Let's look at Ethereum BTC. What's up, Tyler? Nah, not legendary yet, my friend. It's gonna take a long time. See, I think Loomdart called the bottom on this shit. Do I think it's the bottom? I have no fucking idea, but basically he said that price is never going to retrace to the 168 level again. So I put some weight into that. I'm watching Ethereum. I haven't entered or anything. But yeah, it's been pretty disastrous for this one as well. Let's go on something that has a bit more history.
God, man, you waste your time with so many of these. It's fucking astonishing. Seriously.
Yeah, I waste my life doing many stupid things.
Unreal. Like, for all these altcoin reviews, especially the really dead ones,
yeah,
you'd be better off just telling people to wait, because they've been downtrending for like weeks, right?
Years.
So you tell them to wait for a higher high on the weekly and then put a stop at the low. And then it's probably a decent chance there's at least a bounce or like a short-term trend reversal, right? Because even right now, like, these coins are fucking, loads of them are fucking dead, and you just point out the most recent broken support and say, oh, reclaim that, and then you can go long. But if the fucking macro trend is still intact, like, the first reclaimed level isn't going to give shit, right? It might just as likely to fucking shit through it, which is why I haven't done any altcoins or any of that shit fucking ages. Because I've been saying for like 3-4 months, as long as I can remember, you've got weekly downtrends. If you want weekly fucking trend reversal, look at the bloody weekly chart, right? Unless they want to scalp with like delisted US blocked Binance shit, whatever, these really short-term reclaims, which probably has no fucking edge, right? If we really think about it. It's just a bit fucking suicidal, mate. Because people play altcoins for trends, right? Like, no one really plays altcoins level to level. I think you can, and you know, I've tweeted before that they respect level to level TA, but most people aren't going to be able to trade that properly and probably have no interest trading that properly. And compared to fucking just being long Bitcoin and shit, it's been not a particularly great thing to do unless you've been short, right? So if we maintain the premise that people want to play trends on altcoins, then if they've been fucking downtrending for weeks, you gotta just fucking tell them to wait on the weekly for actually some evidence of buying. But until then, just stop pissing about with like 200 Satoshi reclaim type of stuff. Do you know what I mean, man?
Fair enough. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's good. That's a good point. But I don't know, like what you said about people not trading level to level, I think that's changing slowly.
It is, yeah.
And I don't know what kind of effect that may have on the market eventually, but it's evolving slowly.
I mean, that's good, right? It's taken way too fucking long. But what, like 2 years?
Yeah, something like that.
I agree that I've noticed more of it. It's still not as anywhere near as, certainly not when this shit was not trending, but at least consolidating. That's when the level to level stuff would be best, obviously. But yeah, I agree. There's more of it, but certainly not from the alt season, guys, right? Because the whole point of alt season, it's kind of a trending environment. where you kind of wake up and refresh Blockfolio every fucking morning and you're richer, that type of thing. So I mean, alt season isn't level to level, right? If we think about kind of the point, if you know what I mean.
I guess it's more seasonal. Just
Yeah.
when it runs out, and that's that.
You just got to take what you can, man. That's what people don't. People don't fucking get. You just got to take what you can, and if what you can get is just little fucking level to level shit, then just fucking take it, right? But the thing is, level to level people are gonna get blown the fuck out on trending environments anyway. A lot of the time, not necessarily blown the fuck out. It depends how good your level to level system is. Like if I get a if I've got a weekly directional bias or like a high time frame bias, I'm gonna hold it for a weekly target, right? This is what people get wrong. They'll get really bullish on like the weekly or the daily, and then think like, oh, FTA is cool, and then pick out like an hourly level, and then the market will obviously go up fucking 200%, and their take profit was like 5% above mine. They're like, oh, but I got out at FTA, it's good trading. It's like, not really, you know, man. Like FTA is context dependent, right? If you even think about what the fucking word means, it's a trouble area, right? If you're bullish on the weekly time frame, should an hourly resistance like 2% away from price really be a trouble area if you're right? I don't think the answer to that is yes, you know? It's just like, you got to use your brain a little bit at least.
I have a feeling I'm going to have difficulty if that type of trending market happens again in some way. So I'm making sure not to or at least to adapt quickly enough to it.
That's the one, yeah, that's what I was going to say, man. You could miss the first few. You'll fucking notice, I think. You know, you'll sell and then it goes up 200% and you'll be like, right, I'm doing something wrong here. Or I'm leaving something on the table, you know?
Yeah. Do you think Doge is going to be one of the first or cyclically to do it? Or it's just kind of random in that sense?
I don't know. I've always been pretty terrible timing-wise
for
these things, so they're probably people much better equipped, if you will, than I am to tell you the answer to that. I don't fucking know, man. But when it happens, you'll kind of know. I think I mentioned last time we were talking about reverse alt season, where you could have fucking shorted anything in 2018 on BitMEX and get paid in Bitcoin for being short alts, and just fucking people are so conditioned, and I was guilty of this as well. I wasn't even fucking considering that side of things. People are so conditioned to only think of alt side in terms of think of altcoins in terms of upside, that the idea of just fucking selling this vaporware to get to zero to get Bitcoin didn't even cross their fucking minds. Which is equally hilarious, because even during fucking alt season, the same people say, oh, altcoins are just a way to get more Bitcoin, right? So now you've got reverse alt season, we had reverse alt season, whatever, where selling, is the way to get more Bitcoin, but no one fucking did it.
No one did it. I mean,
which is hilarious, right? Absolutely hilarious.
Is there anyone that you know who did? There must be a few.
The type of swings we're talking about, man. Nowhere close to its potential. I think, a few people caught like big, even on this final leg down, caught some decent swings. Like Jules or Salsa was short TRX. I think fucking I Draw Charts was short ADA for a bit.
Yeah.
So there are bits and pieces, but not on any kind of not on the scale that makes sense,
Yeah, I really enjoy Salsa's streams. I enjoy how he scalps things very much.
Yeah, he's fucking great, man.
Yeah,
fucking psycho though, but amazing. I couldn't trade like that in a million years, honestly.
Why is it?
It's too much, man. Too much. Too fucking much.
Like not okay, because I get the feeling that maybe his is more off the flow, and maybe yours might be more structured in how you enter and exit.
Yeah. It's also just the low time frame stuff as well.
Oh, okay.
Like he'll get like a very, very accurate and clear, like mid or high time frame thesis. Like let's say on the 4 hour on the daily, and then price will move like fucking $20. Put in a little wick, and he's like, "Fuck it, this is a spring," and I'm cutting the position or whatever. And a lot of the times he'll get it right and he'll get it perfect. So he basically doesn't have losing trades. He'll cut them really fucking quickly. But obviously the flip side of that coin is other times his idea was absolutely perfect, and he, you just get shaken out from looking at low time frame signal. I mean, even right now he's fucking short Bitcoin and literally closed at the wick. He literally closed at the low, being like, looks like a local bottom, I'm out, and we just fucking straight V reverse from that. So
Yeah.
I can't do that, man. Not my. I mean, we've all played around with that type of trading style.
Yeah.
I did like what was it? 2 years ago, I think.
Mhm.
2 summers ago. No, fuck it, dude. I don't even remember. Basically, I've tried it, and no is the answer. No, especially recently, my reads have been really fucking good off the daily chart, and when I get into that type of swing of things, I can kind of tell. Like, so I'll have a good read on the daily chart, and I'll see price coming into like hourly resistance or something, and I'll think to myself, "Oh, dude, if I didn't have a read on the daily, I'd be selling this resistance, for example, right?"
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
2 hours later, the level gets absolutely blasted, and people are in disbelief, and the Discord I'm in is like, "Oh shit," etc. Whereas to me, it looked quote unquote, at least that time, obvious, right? That's why I think like people sleep on my best content. Like the directional bias article is literally one of the best pieces of work I think I'll ever do. Right? There's no question in my mind about it. But it's also the one I get the least questions about. That didn't got sort of very medium interaction, and it was overall kind of a bit of a snooze fest. But that article is fucking amazing. At least in terms of structuring. People will just draw all the fucking levels on their chart and be like, how do I know what's a good level or what's going to break, what isn't? Like, most of that type of shit is answered by having a high time frame thesis, right? Trade management, like, it just covers so much ground. I was so excited to release, and then it kind of flopped, at least in relative terms. And I was like, oh, fuck this then. And that's kind of fuels the disillusionment, where I'm like, if I made a Medium article saying 5 candlesticks that Goldman traders use to destroy retail manipulation, fucking, all that shit, like that would blow the fuck up, right? Especially I add like a $15 price tag to it, or maybe $1,500 price tag to it. Fucking great. It has more readers than all of my shit combined,
It's fucked up.
It's really fucked up,
So,
man.
everyone at home, you heard that? Fucking read it and comment and ask questions. But yeah, it's fucked up.
When you tweeted, one morning you were like, idiots, breed of idiots, one of those fucking tweets. What happened to you that morning? What was that?
Okay. I...
Well, we're here, right?
Okay, so I signed up... It's such a funny question. I signed up to the FTX competition. It's an exchange of doing some trading comp. And I provided my KYC. Now... I was in direct touch with the person in charge of KYC and the marketing guy, and we were together in a Telegram chat. If I had any questions or needed it rushed, he said I could message her and yada yada. So I sent him my KYC, and they emailed me the following morning saying, Bagsy, please send us another picture of the same thing. Blah blah. I'm like, okay, I guess I fucked it up. I don't know. So I took a new one. What I did was I had the FTX paper, but I had forgotten my my passport, like a dumbass. So my fault. So I resent the thing, and I put a message in the Telegram group saying I did it, and then she ended up sending me my picture of how I fucked it up, and with the marketing dude there, like just my face in the chat. I'm like, come on, guys, like.
Oh, what, in the Telegram channel?
Yeah, I'm like, guys. Like,
oh, what the fuck?
I'm like, then
that's so inappropriate, man.
I would like delete this now.
That's not GDPR compliant either, man. Fuck that. I mean, I'm not in Europe, but I mean, just as someone who lives this shit. Yeah. Dude, that's so fucked up. I had no idea. Oh my day. That channel is fucking rammed as well, isn't it? They've got tons of people in.
Yeah, no, so I'm looking forward to participating, but that definitely pissed me off.
Fuck me. That's like a...
Yeah, but the marketing...
privacy violation.
Yeah, but I mean, thankfully, from my experience with the person, he seems like a decent guy. I've never met him.
Which one was it? They wanted to send me fucking hoodies and shit, so I mean...
Oh, nice. FTX, it's the one from Alameda Research.
I know, mate. I'm asking which admin was it?
I'm sorry.
Unless you want to protect his fucking...
Well, I mean, he didn't do anything wrong, technically, but it was whatever. We'll leave it out. We'll talk after.
You keep having close calls, man. Like, that live stream was laggy. That ended the final fucking screen of the live stream was you about to pull your mask off. Is this like a fucking PR? Are you making this shit up?
No.
Like a Shill Nye unmasking hype type thing?
That I'm doing it the dumb way, if that's how I'm planning on it.
Just fucking accidents on accident.
I got 9 lives though, so 7 left. Oh man. Fuck. So, yeah, it's fun though.
That's hilarious. That's like what that happened in the morning your time as well, or what?
It was first thing in the morning. My hair's all fucked up. takes a new picture. I'm already pissed off because they're making me do it twice.
Yeah.
Lord. That's gonna be fun though.
Do you see Gainsey capitulate because he kind of had this algorithm that he's making available for people who sign up using his FTX? He's got like
45 cents or some shit.
Yeah. I'm like, this reminds me of the study guide days, you know?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure those numbers would actually ramp up once people start trading on it. So it's not. I don't know. I'd be patient.
So, right?
Yeah. I mean, I'm like. Plus, I mean, he definitely released an algo, so he has probably 10 or 20 times the amount. So eventually, it'll hopefully pay off for him.
Yeah. I fucking hope so. Then.
Do you think he's capitulated on Pascal Coin yet?
Nah.
That's a long term.
I think he's just gonna pretend it doesn't exist until it.
So
some things you just have to write off in life, you know. I think that's one of.
Fair enough. Yeah, this is Pascal right now. Hey, well, I mean, back in the accumulation range.
Oh man,
it's pretty bad.
Some of these look Sarah.
Yeah. Yeah. God bless Gainsey.
BNB took a shit as well as usual.
Yeah, you called that also.
On this fucking stream, yeah.
Yeah. Well.
No, I tweeted at the top.
Yeah,
I tweeted at like fucking 40k sats, being like, "This is shit." And then at 27 when it dropped, I was like, "Is shitcoin something Changpeng gonna protect this thing?" And it ranged at that level for like a week, and then Binance unfollowed me on Twitter.
No.
And then
then you dumped it.
Yeah, and then he got rid of it.
Yeah, it was really obvious because just the bearish divergences on some of the indicators back then. I think I've spoken about it around 34k, and when we weren't able to reclaim that 30k level on the weekly, I'd kind of advised people just not to touch it anymore, at least until it could do that, and it just kept dying. So yeah, hope you.
That was hideous, man. So fucking ugly.
And dude, he's such a fucking. Hold up, 1 second.
Redacted.
BNB, which? Oh yeah, this one here, perfect. When he said BNB is available for margin now, but I don't recommend shorting it as you will.
Oh yeah, no, he's done that every top, bro. It's terrible. He's been a great counter indicator for his own fucking coin, you know.
Hey, yeah, seriously.
Gotta love those tweets.
Yeah.
You know something fucking weird recently? Like, with all the reclaim, regain, all of this kind of talk of levels, right? People completely fuck up the trend. So something will, like, even just BNB comes to mind, but it just happens with altcoins generally. This shit will downtrend really fucking hard and just, like, be shitting for fucking weeks. And you'll have people be like, oh, can you chart this or whatever, whatever. You know, they ask whatever chart monkey at the time. And they'll draw the most recently broken support. And they're like, okay, so this is the level that was broken. I'd wait for a reclaim and then you can buy and, you know, it'll go to whatever the trouble area. It's like, hold up. So this thing is downtrending. You've drawn a level of resistance. And instead of telling people to fucking sell it, you're telling them to wait for it and then try to catch, like, basically the bottom, right? Or trend reversal. It's like 99 times out of 100, whenever you get that, like the market's trending and you've drawn like trending down and you've drawn broken support and resistance, the fucking thing you tell them to do is to sell the level, right? Or like, it's a downtrend, we're selling rallies, this is the closed resistance level, here's another one, it's invalidated above here, right? But people have just started doing the fucking opposite because reclaim, this claim, regain is so popular. They end up, I think, unknowingly fucking advocating for trend reversal at every single level instead of continuation, which probabilistically is fucking crazy, right? Have you noticed that shit? It's fucking wild. It's been like that for months. Like, things are trending really fucking hard. They're breaking levels, and people will draw the level that's broken and pretend it's not resistance and say, yo, just wait for this to be reclaimed. So, well, what if it fucking isn't? You know, what if the fucking trend continues as I expect it to do? What the fuck do I do then? And they'll never tell you to sell.
You know,
like,
what's my
something that's
theory?
bearish on Twitter, they will never tell you to fucking sell. They'll always say, wait for a regain. It's like, what the fuck, dude? It's not even a trend.
You know what I think? You know why I think it's like that? It's because we can only we could only for so long buy altcoins and not technically short in a sense. So the implied thing is we're always purchasing
Back,
altcoins. What's up?
God, you went so laggy on me there,
Oh
and probably
yeah,
the
yeah,
stream as well.
yeah.
What's your theory for why that is?
Yeah, so my theory is that people have been conditioned to only purchase altcoins, whereas
Yeah,
sorting them isn't a thing or selling them. So you're always
yeah,
looking
true.
for the opportunity to buy it again. And it's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
good for engagement if you wait for the actual level that makes sense.
Of
So
course. Yeah.
that's why a lot of
No,
people.
I think you're right. But I mean, it's just pure. I mean, I agree psychologically and kind of contextually, it makes sense that people will always lean on the long side, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But purely technically, which is how the information is presented or the context in which it is presented, it's fucking retarded, right? It's totally asinine. Which is funny for me to watch, and I guess that's why we look like idiots to the other
You're in
parts
your
of
man
finance
cave.
Twitter.
Oh yeah, for
Yeah,
sure,
dude, you've
dude.
got year-long downtrends, and you look at like the big accounts, and they're like, "Oh, wait for resistance, turn to support." It's like, what the? Do you know how many? Do you know how much money I've lost on set where there's been this dominant, and I've waited for a reclaim of like an intraday level, it reclaims, and in the
And then
very
just
next candle,
plummets.
because that's just how the fucking trend works, you know?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, certain levels will get chopped, squeezed. So all that ended up being, right, what I thought was a reclaim was just a bit of a squeeze at the level, right? And if you have a vicious downtrend and price retests a recently broken support and closes above it, the likelihood of that being a squeeze or a false break or a double close is much higher than the likelihood of that being magical reversal and that resistance turn to support, right? Just purely based on how fucking technicals work. So yeah, it's bizarre, man. It's bizarre, but I totally agree with you. There are reasons for it. But I think, despite there being reasons for it, some people have just started doing it kind of unknowingly. You know, they don't really think what they're saying. They've just been so conditioned. They're not aware. You know, some people might be smart and think, oh well, in terms of engagement and this, that, etc. Like, I think that's probably overblown. I don't give people enough credit or don't trust to make that as an active. I think it's worse than that. The conditioning. You know, when you lie to yourself enough, you start believing. I honestly think it's like that with a lot of these
accounts.
Yeah, a few for sure.
No, there's a lot of negligence, and yeah, I don't even feel like I can speak on it. Almost, it's like things are how they are, people are how they are, and you never really know if a person's being that way because they're being negligent or just they don't know any better.
No.
I don't know. Are we taking coin requests? I don't know if Cred wants to.
Hey, dude, it's your stream. I'm interrupting. So
fair enough. Yeah, I'll take a coin, Mr. Taj. Sure. I'll be your chart monkey for this evening.
does anything look decent at the moment? Altcoin? Anything at all? Like daily wise? Probably not, right?
Fuck. Maybe KuCoin.
Oh, jeez.
But it's not liquid. I mean, well, it is a bit, but here. I don't know if you can see on my side.
Yeah.
This is like, I don't know, like I first noticed it around here, and the only reason why I spoke about it was because a lot of people started chattering about moving to KuCoin with the whole Binance delisting. I don't know how much money would actually move to KuCoin realistically.
These flows then tend to be significant, man. I haven't seen evidence of that. Ren is just full fucking retrace.
Oh, dude.
It looks like it put in a red candle every time someone liked a tweet of Satoshi Flipper getting rinsed.
Oh, God. Every time he whispers Ren, it goes down another Satoshi.
I mean, Link isn't looking... I mean, it's kind of... Ooh.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people forget that, you know, Ren can go lower than the levels on Binance just because it's been listed much longer than the time it's been there.
What?
Yeah, the absolute low is 290. What was the other one, Link? Yeah. Looks a bit less disastrous, but let's put this on the weekly. I mean, to me, the most obvious level is 13.7. This level, I think, is almost too thick that it wouldn't get touched, or it would just go straight through it. Does that make any sense? Like
Yeah.
you'll have a level that looks so evident that either people are gonna get fucked there or it's never gonna reach it.
It depends on how long it's been since the level's formed.
Hmm.
I find when most people say, "Oh, this level is too obvious," and
Mhm.
you know, there'll be some sort of fuckery at the level.
Mhm.
What realistically happens is that people fucking forget the level exists, especially if A, a lot of time has passed between its
Mhm.
formation and price coming back,
Mhm.
and B, if it fucking straight nukes into the level, right? Like
Right.
everyone wants to buy support when the market's green, but then when it fucking straight shits massive red candles into that same level, nobody fucking has
Nobody
the
wants
balls
to
to
do
buy it,
it.
right?
Yeah.
And generally, it's just not a very useful way of fucking thinking about things. You're like, oh, X wants to do Y, so Y won't happen, and everyone wants
Yeah.
this, everyone wants that. It's like, dude, just trade. Or like, oh, this would be Max Payne and all that kind of shit. It's
Mhm.
like, dude, just fucking trade the chart in
Trade the
front of you,
chart.
for God's sake. You know, you're not a
Mhm.
psychiatrist, psychologist, fucking, I don't know, man, voodoo shaman. Just, there's a chart, there's structure, there's levels. Just trade them. Fuck what other people are doing.
Mhm.
Especially since most of the time they're not going to do what they say anyway.
Mhm.
And most levels end up being obvious in hindsight, right? So if it's too obvious, it won't happen. It's probably, you're probably the idiot, right?
Most likely.
Yeah. It's just not a helpful framework, man. People love mental gymnastics. It's like everyone wants this. Too many people wants this, and want this, or fucking. Yeah, I just hate Maximum Pain is like a fan favorite as well. It's like Max Pain, dude. Max Pain is when you fucking fund your BitMEX account with mum's credit card for the 8th time. Do you know what I mean? Like that's what's really painful. It's got nothing to do with the chart. It's just not helpful, man. It's basically the conspiracy tinfoil theory,
Yeah.
Tinfoil hat side of trading when you just start trying to play these games.
Overcomplicate the obvious.
Yeah, man.
I'll keep that in mind.
But it's good for engagement,
No, I'm just an idiot. It's not for the engagement. But oh fuck! Someone asked a question about the shit. It was about Doge, not about the chart itself, but about Donald. Something about what he bought with his Doge profits. I don't know why he.
Dude, Donald's fucking annoyingly frugal. Like he will never spend money on anything. It's great.
I love it.
He'll get like one thing every 3 months and then spend 3 months talking about it. So he'll like he'll fucking like rinse the market inside out, and then get like one pair of Bluetooth headphones because his were broken and he really fucking needed them, for example, right?
Gotcha.
And then he'd be like, dude, they were so expensive, I can't believe I bought them. Oh, but they're so nice, put them on, dude. Look, you can't hear anything. I'm like, fuck, dude.
Fuck. One of the few times I did speak to Donald, he was mentioning that he was dying in the heat. It was summertime, and he didn't want to buy an AC, so he's like, I think I'm just gonna leave. And he went to France or some shit. I forget where he went, but I was like, damn, okay. Oh,
He's good in that
lovely.
regard.
Yeah. Oh, it was him asking. Scott Melker bought a sick new ride with his Doge profits. Yeah. But yeah, no, hope you just listen. Hey, what's up, AP? How you doing, man? Yeah, so XRP right now isn't really looking too great. Do you tend to ever look at volume on high time frames, or is it less?
Man.
Okay.
If you look at a lot of these altcoin rallies, especially, like they just fucking happened on like declining volume during alt season.
Yeah. Okay. Fair.
So
it's not really a good indicator.
These markets literally fucking trended up and with parabolic blow off top on relative declining volumes. I mean, what the fuck do you want me to do with that information? Do you know what I mean?
Jack shit.
Yeah. You gotta love it though. I'll post a chart and I'll be like, this is a good level. And big fucking cheds will come in and be like, respectfully,
Yeah.
where's the fucking volume? I'm like, dude. He was amazing about this. I think in 20 whatever the fuck, I asked him about, and he was like, "I'll know if there's a lot of volume because there'll be a big fucking candle." I'm like, "Shit."
Oh wow.
I guess there will.
Bagsy, can you ask if holding Atom long term is a good investment? You want to take that one, Cred?
Hey, he said Bagsy.
He said, "Can you ask?"
Oh shit. Who even said that?
He said long-term 6 months. It's on a Periscope.
Oh, I mean, in the last 6 months, holding altcoins hasn't been the best investment, right?
Mm-hmm.
There are dominant trends on a lot of altcoins that are quite closely correlated. I think the evidence indicates that that trend is down until proven otherwise. It's quite strong and it's prolonged. And so, in my opinion, until there's good high time frame evidence of trend reversal, which I don't think there is yet, holding altcoins in the downtrend is probably not the best investment. There's in my opinion, not financial advisor, just purely based on technical. If you've got a downtrending, long-term downtrending instrument and you're holding it to try to make money, you're probably not gonna make money.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I can't believe I gave a very serious answer to that.
That was a very. I'm very proud. Thank you.
And then you can tell it's fucking bedtime when I'm being nice and shit. If I had to pick one large cap alt to go up to zero, what would it be?
That's a good question.
Get me involved in that.
That's a good question. I asked that the other day. You want to? Yeah.
I don't know. I think there's probably most risk surrounding just fucking Justin Sun as a human being.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess fundamentally, if there were such a thing, Tron. But honestly, mate, I don't know. It also depends what you mean by high cap and so on and so forth. Like XRP would probably be on the last on my list for that, because it's just a fucking sophisticated, corporate
scam.
Whatever. Yeah, exactly. They always find a way to fucking rinse people. But something like TRX seems a bit out of Justin's control, given his jurisdiction. So.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, some privacy coins as well. If there's like a real fucking clampdown, I mean, they've been doing a great job themselves in terms of just shitting the bed. And, there's like ZEC and its
Monero.
fucking proof of work schedule. Yeah, there's just, I mean, privacy coins with a tighter regulatory clampdown, and some of them just fall on their sword, like Zcash. Otherwise, I'd say regulatory prone, regulatory jurisdiction type of prone shit like Tron is probably better than alternative, but fuck knows, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is another privacy coin, Zcoin. In 17, people spoke about it a lot. Is this something that you trade based on the level that we're tracing to here? Would you
this thing. Honestly, man, I'm not gonna be buying spot altcoins. I don't think. I've never been particularly superb at that. And if I really think there's going to be trend reversal on altcoins, I'd probably want to get Bitcoin for it anyway, right?
Yeah.
So I'll probably look at the MEX coins.
Yeah, if I had to pick a MEX coin as short, I think I'd go with. Sorry, Beast. I'd probably go with Cardano on this one.
But do you know who Charles Hoskinson is? How fucking dare you, bro?
How dare I know. Yeah. I don't know if ever it doesn't work out. I mean, there's a lot more sats from 400 something to 0 than Tron is.
Yeah, true.
Plus, it's already basically at the initial level before 17. So yeah, that's the pick. Yeah, I'm driving to the States tomorrow. I'm gonna go meet a family member out there.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
road trip.
Yeah, taking my girlfriend with me.
Nice. Family member and girlfriend could make a spicy combination.
Yeah.
If they, it's always awkward if they just don't click. You're fucked. Not you're fucked, but it certainly doesn't make things easier, right?
Yeah, no.
Because then family members talk and all this nonsense.
Yeah, no, there's that. That's a good point. But no, actually, the person probably shouldn't say.
Can it?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I'll can.
Off stream.
I'll can this one.
Oh man.
Remember what Nico said about Cardano development team and Charlie Boy on your stream a while back? Oh yeah, I think he had said something about them not having enough money. I think they ran out of funds or some shit. I don't know. You'd have to go back to that stream. I don't want to put words in someone else's mouth. But yeah, I'd be curious to see how much money some of these high cap coins actually have left in the bank.
Yeah, some treasuries are. I think some treasuries are significantly better than others. That clearly hasn't helped, you know.
Yeah, Waves is doing great. EOS is doing pretty well.
That's the thing. People don't realize that there are no non-scamming Russians on the internet, right? Like, I'm allowed to say that.
Yeah,
but if you're dealing with Russians on the internet, and there are two kind of qualifiers to that which make it worse than usual. One is that they actually live in Russia. That makes things a lot worse. And secondly is that they hang around in kind of Western circles or English-speaking type of communities or places, right? It's a perfect storm. You have a Russian living in Russia who hangs around or is affiliated with the Western side of things. 100% a scammer. Dude, fucking no due diligence required. Total fucking scam, trust me. Just
really,
yeah, man. The Russians on the internet, it's just nothing good ever happens, okay?
Have you ever ventured into the dark web for research purposes?
Hey you, welcome to Bags of TV.
My lawyers told me not to answer that question.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I hear it's an interesting place.
Just anecdotes on the internet that we've read, right?
Exactly.
Reddit and
and Bitcoin talk.
Yeah, if you guys in chat have any questions, just drop it. I'm just gonna talk up quick before I top off the stream. Favorite drink?
I think this daily chart still looks decent to me, man. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, you find it's decent?
The daily chart, I think, is decent on Bitcoin.
I like
not on fucking Waves. Waves is. Well, I told you, Sasha's Russian, right? It's over. It's just the Bitcoin daily chart's alright, man.
Yeah, it is. Yesterday's candle was alright.
It's fine.
I like how he reclaimed that 10K level of support, to be honest. Back on the 10th and 11th. To me, that was really nice. And I'm not.
Yeah, my last fucking chart was like 10 days ago, and that's the level I had there, and we've hit it, and fucking, of course, we went up because it's a great fucking level. It's literally like an A+ example from the video I made, right?
Yeah, September 3rd.
Yeah, totally. And
exactly.
Yeah. And look, and we topped out at the resistance as well. I mean, I haven't had to fucking update that. Because immediate resistance, it went from first aggressive pullback level, went to the immediate resistance, and then shat to the double close level, and is now rallying again, right? I mean,
couldn't be more perfect.
It's just nice. It's been respecting straightforward stuff quite reasonably. And also, there's an amazing thing where on the daily chart, pretty much every single time in this range, if daily support is going to hold, you're always going to get a pin, or like a hammer or a pin bar candle that spikes previous day's low. And then the best part about that is once that happens and that candle closes, the pin bar low doesn't get respiked before the rally, right? So the candle on the 2nd of July did exactly that, where it kind of support-ish area spikes the 1st of July low, closes above, and then doesn't get respiked before the rally, right? You have the same on the 17th of July, closes like a pin bottoming type candle, spikes previous day low, and then again doesn't get respiked. You have the same on the 28th, you have the same on the 15th. The 29th isn't the best example, but structurally still valid, and you literally have the same on the 11th of September as well. It's just been a really good
22nd of August here.
22nd of August. Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's right. I mean, less upside, but still would have taken you close to the trouble area. So yeah, no, it's been a really great pattern, and it's something I said in my last live stream, fucking 6 weeks ago, whenever that was, that you can get really, really risk-defined setups when you get this type of thing, because as soon as the pin forms, that's your risk, right? You're saying that the low of day holds. So the closer price then pulls back to the low of the day, the better your fucking risk reward. So I mean, that gives you two options. One is you either wait. I mean, you can play it in a million ways. You can either wait for the pin to form and then just fucking mark it by the close. You could wait, or more aggressively, you can wait for the previous day's low to get spiked. Anticipate, so while the pin is forming, you're at support. If previous day's low gets spiked, you literally just start fucking buying You might need a wider stop for that though, but that's a valid setup. The middle ground of that is you watch previous day's low get spiked, and then you wait for a 15-minute or hourly or session break in market structure or a break of resistance. And then, once you get bullish evidence having spiked previous day's low, you expect the low of day to hold. Whichever way you want to enter, the fucking great thing is the risk is defined for you every single time, which is the low of day.
Yeah.
And even better, it's not just risk is defined. You can see that every time it's worked, it's not been respiked. Like every single one of those pins has held, and there's been no kind of run on top of a run, which is fucking great, obviously. So that's been really nice and really repetitive.
You've been having a fun time, I see.
I've traded it like a piece of shit, and I've been doing a million other things, but I mean, purely structurally, it works really, really fucking well.
Mm-hmm. Thanks for sharing that.
That's alright. Nobody will fucking get it or trade it properly anyway, so
you never know. Yeah.
That's why I never get concerned, man. People are like, oh, well, aren't you getting concerned that you're sharing all the stuff? It's like, dude, like, no one's
gonna.
The ones that do, like, maybe 80% won't fucking get it, and, the 20% that do, 10% of them don't trade, and out of the 10% that do, 5% they're gonna click the wrong contract.
Exactly. There's some...
and then the ones, the 2.5 will actually have some size and all this kind of shit.
Yeah. And then you won't necessarily trade even the same setups, or
when you can't teach them to execute. They might chart it and feel great, and then check their contracts, and too scared to pull the trigger, all that type of stuff.
Did you ever have problems pulling the trigger?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I've talked about it on your live stream, on your last stream as well, especially if I publicly analyze a scenario.
Yeah, that's true.
I find it a lot tougher to, like, unthinkingly act on it.
I guess I'll rephrase my question. Not so much like that, but did you ever at some point feel uncomfortable with the size, but you were convinced in your thesis and went with it?
Convinced of the size that I've put too much on this trade?
Not necessarily too much, but you were willing to bet more than you normally would because you...
absolutely. Yeah, I've done that shit. Not a lot less recently, like, because it's just been daily chart stuff.
Right.
Which is kind of, more conservative. But yeah, no, in the past, I remember we had this massive Finex premium. What was it? Yeah, there's some fucking Tether situation, basically. I don't think it was a premium. I think it was Tether discounted. Basically, Finex went fucking crazy. I think it was Tether discounted and Finex traded a premium. My brain isn't working. But basically, it diverged massively from all the other exchanges, and there was like a massive fucking spike, and some of the others tried to follow up. And instead of risk, I longed both Bitcoin. I've completely butchered the context there. You might as well forget it. But basically, instead of my usual 2%... risk, and I try to either, if I want to, I tend not to double risk, as in go long normal size on two very correlated assets type of thing.
Right.
But I went double risk on both Bitcoin and Ethereum. It's like 4% on each, and fucking woke up and that bullshit had spiked down. So yeah, no, look, short answer is yeah, unfortunately, because it's not usually not necessarily good trading per se, just doing it for like one setup or whatever. But it has happened that I just fucking add a lot of size because it feels good. I mean, adding size isn't bad in itself, right? Like, compounding is something you can do. It's not necessarily adding size, or at least it's not adding risk if you're kind of compounding in a certain way, right? If the trade is in your position, you kind of take the risk off and add on size sort of thing. But I think it's one of those tools that you need to use in the right context. I think most people just use it for revenge trading, right? Which isn't the right context to use it. But if you're compounding, or you're hot, you're on a streak, or you've got a certain setup that offers like an amazing expectancy but doesn't form that often, that kind of positive stuff, I think sizing more is at least justifiable. Whereas most people will usually do the fucking opposite, right? It's like, oh, well, if I risk 5% on this trade and it hits target, I'll make back all my losses from whatever. It's like, dude, fuck. You're always going to lose trades like that,
Yeah. No, I'm lucky. I've never done that. I don't know. It just didn't make sense. AP compounding only works in a trending piece.
Yeah, it's really hard to compound on Bitcoin. Yeah, because basically what you have is, let's say you get the right fade and you short it at a level, and it will shit through a level of support, and so then it pulls back to the level of broken support turn resistance, where in any other fucking market you'd compound it. Normally, basic intraday broken support turned resistance for bearish continuation shorts. Literally one of the worst fucking setups on XBT that you can come up with. It's really hard to come up with a worse performing setup than that. So yeah, compounding is really fucking hard, especially on fucking short side. Because what you'll do is you catch the initial fade, it's great, it breaks support, and you're like, oh, it's totally turned into resistance. I'm gonna add here, and then you get blown the fuck out every single time, every fucking single time. And I tweeted in fucking March of this year that there's a really good pattern you could use, kind of how the BART works.
Yeah, I think I remember that.
You must remember that. Yeah, basically the way you get like a multi-touch level, price will always blow through it, but you can always catch a pullback, not the level itself, but the highs before the level broke down, right? I mean, that shit still works to this day, but people fucking constantly sleep on it. So no, I agree. Compounding works in trending pieces better generally. I mean, you're not going to compound in a range, right? Because it's caught most of the move if it's gone to whatever range boundary. But especially short side compounding on Bitcoin is really fucking hard to do. At least if you're using intraday structures to compound positions as opposed to, your daily stuff or whatever, or like bigger trend type of things.
Yeah, big move.
Yeah. Yep.
For some reason, I just thought about Arthur's smile just now.
Dude, how crazy some of that shit been? Like, I'm with Arthur Hayes or Arthur.
Dumb shit, man.
What the fuck is wrong?
Like, how did
it's not even
fuck that up?
funny,
No,
not
not
that
at
would
all.
make it necessarily acceptable. It even fails the basic purpose of the tweet, which is comedy, right? It's not even funny. So at that point, you're just whatever, certain words that are going to get your channel banned.
a salty individual.
Yeah, let's go with that.
It's a massive understatement.
It's just such primitive humor as well. Like, come on, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But some of the stuff that comes out of it is hilarious. Because fucking Lisa Edwards was one of the people who did it, and she's like Craig Wright's sister or some shit, pretends to be. I didn't fucking know what the nuances there. And fucking Monk and Inverse Bra were like, well, yeah, she believes that Craig's Satoshi, so of course she's gonna fall for this.
Dude, I fucking died, man. That's premium humor right there. You've met Loomdar before, right?
Of course, yeah, loads of times, man.
Cool. How is he as a person, if you don't mind me asking?
Slightly more shy than you'd think. But fucking great, man. Amazing laugh, very witty, very quick.
He's fucking
we make a thing to hang. He's not far, or like, in terms of getting into London. Crypto Boy is reasonably close as well, so they usually come down together, and we'll hang out like once every 2 months, every 2 months.
That's cool, man.
So it depends if someone like from the States or from America or whatever.
Hey,
whatever comes into London, we all make a exactly. Or like when Donald comes over and we've got a million things to do here, we'll make a day where we go to London and Loom and Boy will join, etc. No, it's really nice little thing going on.
Awesome. I don't even know what to make of this. Maybe bullish pennant, but I don't trust it. Like, everything's telling me up. But if Bitcoin goes up, I don't know how many of these coins are going to actually hold any type of support. Maybe see if INS has any upcoming fundamental shit that could be important. I mean, perhaps a conference or two or some like news unveiling or something big like that. But I don't know. I personally wouldn't be comfortable trading that myself. I don't know.
Most of the people asking, do you think it's probably fucking surveyable, but is it bag holders? Is it people who just bought a pump and are trying to find out what's up?
Honestly,
what kind of demographics do you think people when they ask about?
Yeah, I don't ask enough to be honest. It's not my business, so I haven't thought about it, but I could always. It's a good point. What do you think? Probably more bag holders.
Can you imagine being like, oh, Bagsy, can you chart this for me? And you're like, how much has it hurt you?
Oh, dude. Yeah, a lot of these are just fucking dumpster fire. Hypercash is an interesting chart actually on Binance. I don't know how one would really go about trading this. I mean, it's a bit fucked up. What's the most time you've spent awake?
Awake?
Yeah. I think, I don't know if we broke up there. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can now, mate.
Oh, okay, sorry about that. Yeah, I didn't hear how long.
Oh god, staying awake? Not that long.
Not long, okay. You haven't done that crazy shit?
No, not particularly. I think a lot of the time it's associated with like certain substances and shit as well, and I don't really fuck with that. So I guess I'm less likely to be cool and do like a 48-hour whatever.
Do you ever?
You can do like a 24-hour live stream or something. Is that on the card?
Oh, nah. I value my sleep and my health.
For charity, bro. For charity.
Yeah, let's do it, man. I don't even know what the fuck I would talk about for 24 hours.
Well, you just get a bunch of guests on and then play fucking video game.
Yeah. It's as if you're trying to motivate me to do this. Like, this is not happening, dude.
Yeah, fair enough. Sounds like a nightmare as well, to be honest.
Yeah, I remember Dumb did it.
I literally get off like a 1-hour live stream and feel like I've given birth, you know? I'm like, time for a break.
Yeah. I'm gonna call it a night in the next couple of minutes.
Good idea. I should have done the same about an hour.
Yo, Cred, thanks for coming on, dude. I had a good time,
Thanks for having me, man. Oh, fucking great.
Yeah, dude. All right, so everyone at home, have a good night. Be well, and I'll catch you guys on Monday.